live here. I think we are live. Just making sure, though, that it is working properly. I should probably have this up on my phone, too. Okay, I believe we are live. Yeah, it's showing that it's live on my phone. For whatever reason, I've been having issues trying to get this thing to fucking work since it's been a while. YouTube's just being really retarded. Don't mind that. That's my school shit. So, aside from school, how's everybody going? It's been a long time since I've done a live stream. Thought I'd try to spend at least about an hour of a stream to try to do something with my channel. Currently, at the moment, we are downloading PTB. And so, yeah, give me just like 2. Alright, anyways, welcome everybody. It's been, again, I'm gonna start all over. It's been a while since I've done a stream, and so I'm trying to make some time for my channel. We're gonna try to do at least like about an hour of a live stream. At least I want to at least play the new killer and look at the new visual stuff. Right now, at the moment, we are downloading PTB. I don't think we'll probably have any cosmetics put into PTB. At least the way that I've been seeing behavior do things nowadays is they don't put the cosmetics anymore in PTB, which kind of sucks. We don't actually get to see any of the new cosmetic stuff until, at least visually, we don't get to see any of it until like stable, which kind of sucks. But, on the other hand, that may not always be necessarily true. It just seems that's what it's going in that way. Let me see if it's done downloading here. Yeah, so it's done downloading, so we could take the UI images and see if they did put any new cosmetic stuff released in here, but I doubt it. Yeah, I mean, I'm only literally... Oh, you know what? Actually, let me start all over. They actually stopped putting the cosmetic stuff as far as the UI images in the UI folder now. They actually put it in the actual game. They do it a different way where you actually have to use a U model to look at any cosmetic type stuff now. I just realized I forgot about that. So it may or may not be a possibility that it could be in the game file. So I could open up U model really quick just to see if there is any cosmetic stuff in there. But I totally forgot about that. They do it totally different now. So power-wise, those are just like UI images for the new power. So I guess you get to swap between either this little baby or this new killer here. So I guess that will be interesting to control 2 killers at once. Perks. So these are the new UI images for the perks. Pretty cool stuff. You play WWZ, cool. Well, I think you mean World War Z, right? Yeah, back in the day I used to play World War Z quite a bit. Oh yeah, it's on my desktop, you can see all my icons. Yeah, I used to play it. Every now and again I'll pop in there. I used to be an old ISS player way back in the day. I used to play the original before they shut it down, the original ISS. But I actually liked private servers a lot better, so that's why I play World War Z. Well, the new World War Z that is now the standard, it actually used to be a private server before they made it an official thing, which is funny because the Frederickis is the owner of the new version of ISS right now. And it's funny because he started out as a hacker in the original ISS, and they promoted him. That's the funniest irony. Like, they banned him for being a hacker, and then they realized his game was far better though as a private server version, and so they allowed him to keep his server as an official server, his private server as an official private server. So pretty interesting fun facts for you there. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot going on with the UI. We could go into Dead by Daylight and actually see if we can actually, I don't know if they updated the engine, we're about to figure that out right now, but we can actually go into the files and see if there's any new UI images for like cosmetics and stuff, but cause this is how they do it now. Oh, I'm stupid. I can't even do that right now at the moment, actually, until the game actually transfers over, because we could try to copy UModel over there and see if I can open it from there, but I don't think I'll be able to do this. I have to wait for the game to actually fully transfer over before I can use the UModel, unless I put it in the downloads folder, maybe. I can try it this way, but I don't think it's going to work, but we can give it a shot. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to work. So yeah, I can't... I cannot use the UModel just yet. I have to wait for the game to fully transfer over to its actual correct directory, because it's in the downloads folder right now. So, how do you get PTB? Any cosmetics? How do I get PTB? Through Steam. Steam. You go into Steam. If you have obviously Dead by Daylight, you go into Properties, Betas, and then you swap to Public Test. Or if you want to go back to original, you just go opt out, and that's just stable. So we're about halfway finished on the file transfer right now. It's already done downloading. It's just transferring right now. It's in that process right now. So as far as any cosmetics, I don't know yet. I can't get that information just yet until Dead by Daylight fully transfers over, because as I explained earlier, you can't or the way that they put let me start from the very beginning here. I'm trying to see how you can structure this. So it seems like Behavior doesn't actually put cosmetics in the public test builds anymore, and they literally only put the killer and survivor, and that's really it. And any new meshes for the visual updates for the maps and all that good stuff. But as far as like cosmetics, they seem to keep them out of the game until stable release of the new killer and survivor, or the new mid-chapter patch, it seems, in any way. So I don't think they do that anymore, which kind of sucks, and I think the reason for that is because you had a lot of players. I didn't know how to do it personally, and I don't want to take the risk of getting my account banned, but you could use programs like Fiddler. What Fiddler is, it's like an SSL sniffer. It allows you to basically go into Behavior servers, and it's one way of hacking, technically. If you don't know what you're doing, you could get banned using the SSL sniffer. It gets into their servers. It allows you to do some pretty interesting shit, like modifying your profile, and again, I don't recommend doing any of that shit, because obviously you're going to get banned eventually. And so I have a lot of hours put onto my account, and I've already put a lot of money into my game. I can't take that risk. But you could use Fiddler technically to temporarily unlock new cosmetics that are in PTB that aren't showing up in the market. But if you use the SSL sniffer, you could temporarily unlock those cosmetics. I don't know if you could actually use them in game, but they're not purchased to your account. It's just anytime you close off the game, it would erase those cosmetic unlocks that you just did for the new ones that would be out. It basically just puts up a new web page in the game. Is kind of how I would like to put it. Where you can see all the new cosmetics in the shop, even though they're not actually released on somebody that's not using an SSL sniffer. And I think Behavior caught on to that and realized a lot of players were doing that, probably getting banned, and they didn't want to take that risk of getting a lot of people banned doing this shit or something, maybe. That's one theory, and so that's why they've removed them completely from public test build. Or they've decided to do it because, have you noticed that it seems like Behavior on their Dead by Daylight website or YouTube, they actually do a lot of cosmetic renders themselves, and a lot of people the only reason people were actually unlocking them is to do what I used to do, which was showcasing the new cosmetics. And I think Behavior wanted to steal that limelight from YouTubers and actually just do it themselves on their official YouTube. So that was another theory. Maybe they're doing it that way. So that's my guess why they don't do cosmetics on PTB anymore. But I'll check once the game fully. Oh, well, hello, PD. Thank you for jumping on my desk. I can see once the game fully transfers over to my actual directory, and we'll take a look with UModel. But again, don't get your hopes up. I don't think I'm going to really find anything other than the new content for the maps, and I'm curious to see the new totem. They have a new totem visual update, and I really want to finish that because it is pretty much 80% finished, and I've been putting it off because I'm trying to find an appropriate apothecary for it. But I see you're one of the few people who own Hatred. Yes, I do actually. I know, it's a very controversial game. I find it's pretty enjoyable if you obviously can detach from how bad it is in terms of on an ethical level. But it's a pretty fun little shooter. Yeah, I play it here and there sometimes, although I haven't played it in quite a while. I like the third-person aspect of the game. There's like a mod where you can actually play like first and third person, because it's a bird's eye view game, obviously. But very edgy game, might I add. But yeah, it's a very controversial game at that though too. I should get a shirt though, just to piss people off if they're familiar with the game, because I know it has like a lot of controversy. But again, if it's not, you know, you had like, I can't really say this too much on stream, but you had games that came out on Steam that were kind of in relation to that game. Like there was a, try to know what I'm saying when I abbreviate this, SSS shooter, or SS shooter, I should say. See how you can abbreviate that, because I can't say it on stream, and otherwise I'll probably get demonetized or some shit. But they had games like that on Steam that did get pulled, which is there's certain games that just you can't do. But Hatred is not really. It's not really. No, get down, kitty. I think I gotta let my cat out. He's jumping all over shit. Give me one moment. Let me check Dead by Daylight really quick. So we got about I don't know, 20% left. Yeah, he is just dropping shit at this point. Alright, come on, let's go out. Come on. Yeah, you want out? Let's go. And mind the mess in my room. I am literally busy as shit with school, and I just throw shit around. I just don't have time. I'm trying to just make a little bit of time for my stream here, but these downloads take forever. I don't have a SSD. I don't put my games on an SSD. It's just a HD, so HDD. So a lot of the times it takes a lot longer. I don't have the money to like put a bunch of games on a solid state. So, new map. No, there is no new map. Do you have Cry of Fear? No, I've never heard of that game. Is it something similar to Hatred, I suppose? Like I don't know. I haven't really bought a whole lot of new games, only because a lot of games that come out these days are just really crap, really trash, and the only time I really ever spend money on games is when I know they're gonna be quality. Honestly, like the next game I'll probably be purchasing is Cyberpunk, and that's probably gonna be the last game I pay for the whole year. I can give a shit less about Watch Dogs. I can give a shit less about the Assassin's Creed series. Like, all those games are really meh, in my opinion. Each of their own, though. But yeah, I'm curious, what's Cry of Fear? You know, that's true. Postal is pretty much the equivalent to Hatred, and I don't know why people don't actually give that game crap. Probably because it's more edgy in terms of Hatred. You got, like, people just, like, fucking crying out, suffering and shit, because you're just, like, mowing them down. And it's like, but at the same time, yeah, it's no different than from Postal, I guess. Maybe because Postal is in more of a goofy light, whereas Hatred's more serious toned, and so it has that bigger psychological effect, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, Video games, you're not meant to take them serious. You know, they're just meant for entertainment value. That's really all it is. If you can't disassociate yourself from that in real life, then you have a problem. It's closer to a first-person Silent Hill. It's free if you want to take a look at it. Actually, I just might. Is it on Steam right now? It's called Cryfield. You know, it actually sounds kind of familiar. Ah, there it is. Oh, yes, I've seen this. Huh. This does kind of look interesting. For being an old-looking shooter. It's kind of an anti-cheat for a free video game. That's funny. I'll have to take a look at this. This does look a little interesting. I mean, it's a free game, you know. It turns out to be shit. Turns out to be shit. But I got one of my friends that recommended it. I have to look into it. Ah, we're finally almost done, guys. Yeah, that's true. You can pee on people in Postal. It's funny because I do have Postal. I actually have let's see. Where is it? I know I have one of the Postals. I don't have it installed though at the moment. That's Postal 2. I played it for like a short little bit. There's other ones too. I think there's like 4 of them out right now. Yeah, it's true. You can't pee on people. But at the same time, you also got Grand Theft Auto too. You know, Grand Theft Auto. It's no different too. I mean, you had a lot of games that are similar in context. It's just, I guess some people just take other games more serious because, like I said, the tone of the video game. Yep, I do have Contagion. Contagion, yeah, that one's a pretty good one too. I haven't played it in a while, but it's actively getting updates. I thought they actually stopped supporting it over like a year or two ago, and then they just decided to start updating it again. I don't know how many people are actually playing it right now. Well, not enough people if it doesn't even really have like a community here, so that's how you know it's kind of dead. But yeah, it's unfortunate because it's not that bad of a game. And anyways, Dead by Daylight is now finished, and it looks like Friday the 13th got an update, which probably won't be any new content because of that lawsuit. Anyways, let's go ahead and open up and see if I can get in with 4.25. Was it always free? How's it going, Aaron? You know, that's a good question. I've seen that game before on Steam, and I think you actually had to purchase it, so I guess maybe it's now permanently free. I guess we will see if there's any new cosmetics. So we'll try UI. I'm going to try to see if I can find it. So as I mentioned, they started putting the UI images in the pack files. So now you have to use the pack files to look at the new customization. If I can find it, I gotta figure out where they put it. This is what they call it now. They put it in UMG Assets 4K now. That's where they put it. So icons, customization. Let's see. We could try Ghostface. Probably not though, because Ghostface got something pretty recent. Yeah, so that's the last cosmetic that we got was from Ghostface. So we didn't get anything new for Ghostface. Because if we did, it would be like Mask 0010 or 010 or something like that. It would be like a new number. DLC 5. Dwight. I think these are like old cosmetics actually for Dwight. Let's try Steve maybe? 'Cause I know there's a lot of Stranger Things going on right now. So let's see if Steve got anything. Oh wait. S23 is not Steve. It's actually S22, I believe. Oh no, they actually label them. Okay, never mind. So Nancy didn't get anything new. I don't want to go through this like because it could get pretty tedious. I know Cannibal's getting a new cosmetic, but I don't think it's anything that we haven't already seen that's going to be coming out. Let's make Thomas. Actually, I'm surprised I don't see the head asset in here. I don't really. Oh, that's right. Because you got. Not only do you have that, but now you got all these outfits too. So I guess we can actually go through the outfits more or less. We shut down dedicated servers in the new Friday 13th update. Oh, is that what it's about? That sucks. So it looks like that game's officially dead then. There will be new outfits for Trapper, Dwight, Ace, Jake, and Claudette. Alright, so I guess we'll take a look for Jake then. I'm curious, because Jake's my main, so I guess we'll look at Jake and see. Jake would be JP. I don't like how they did this now, because it makes it so much more difficult to find him. That's an old one. Like I said, if I don't find anything in here, it's more than likely they just haven't put the new cosmetics in the game yet. I'm assuming. Yeah, these are like all old ones. I mean, I could go into Jake, and I probably won't find anything either. Torso 13. Yeah, that was the last cosmetic. Yeah, I don't think we have any new cosmetics in PTB just yet. I think they're gonna come out in stable, because if what you're saying is true, that Jake got a new cosmetic, well then I would at least see his torso or his limb UI images in this folder, and it would be something like torso 014. And I'm not seeing anything. You said Ace, so if Ace got something new, so his would be like torso 012. And I've already seen this before, and that's from the archives. So I don't think we have anything new yet just yet, guys. It's not gonna come out until next stable. And that's just again, I haven't looked, or I haven't been able to fully go through this accurately, because I'm still new to how they're formatting this now for UI images, how they structure this now. But I don't think we have the new cosmetics yet, and it makes sense because the file size for this update is only 3.7 gigabytes, and usually when we get a new killer, it's anywhere from like 7 gigabytes to about 8, maybe 6, and that's how you know there's a lot more content in the game. And so that's kind of where I'm at. So I don't want to take too much time trying to look through this. I don't believe we have any new cosmetics just yet. It's going to be coming out. We'll be able to visually see all that when stable comes out, because I want to go ahead and play the new killer, have time for that. However, I do want to see what the new totem model looks like. So, because I know they did a new totem mesh, and I'm really curious to see what that looks like. So it would be located in hex bags. Oh god. Yeah, it's definitely a new mesh, but I can't even see it because UModel fucks up the texturing. But I can make out some new stuff, and it looks like they have a jaw. That's really cool. They have a jaw that's actually been added to it, where it hangs off of the zygomatic bone up here. This is your zygomatic. It looks like the apothecary kind of comes out a little bit better. I still do have these charms hanging off of my totem. Looks like they have more of a collection of candles here, a bigger bag, like of dirt or some kind of something. So it looks like now I'm going to have to be adding a jaw to my totem, because they added that. That wasn't there before. They added a lot more twigs. I think these are just scraps of like clothing or something. Again, I can't really make out this because the texturing. It's just a UModel type of bug. But still interesting nonetheless. So really the only new things they've added are like more twigs, this jaw. So I'm going to have to figure out something to add that to my totem. It's already top heavy. I don't know if I'll really be able to do much. That apothecary will probably make it fall over. But again, all work in progress shit nonetheless. But I guess we will now start the game. That was UModel in a nutshell for you. I'm going to go ahead and I don't have hotkeys set up, so mind you. I'm going to swap over to game capture now. Daylight. I need to set up hotkeys and all that shit, but like I said, I don't stream in like fucking forever, so like I just don't really have a whole lot of time for things anymore. I need to put more time into my channel structure. Anyways, I'll go ahead and look at chat right now while this is booting up. Yeah, anybody that's a little bit impatient for me to play the game, I always try to dig through the files before I inevitably start the... I know you guys are all interested in the new killer as much as I am. I just always dig through the files first and do it that way. If you guys actually want to see just straight up gameplay, then you got Polyester, you got The King, they always stream like and just get right into the game, so... So Claudette, Jake, Dwight are supposed to get new cosmetics. Trapper, Dwight. This is probably all coming from Leaks by Daylight, I assume. Every game from Pulsal 2 and 4 comedy based, while Pulsal 1 possibly Pulsal brain damage the dark toned. User agreement. Okay. Oh, it's lagging. Okay, so we have the new lobby, chapter 18. Yep. Nope. Killer. The twins, a cooperative. So we're, if you guys don't mind, let me turn down the volume in game a little bit. It's a little too loud for me. We're gonna turn it down just a little bit here. Man, you guys are typing away at me. I can't keep up. Like I said, if you guys were gonna dislike the video, I don't mind. I don't really care. You can go watch another stream if you'd like. You can actually extract those cosmetics to have a better look. I could have probably checked the folders for the cosmetics. You're absolutely right. I didn't think to do that. But like I said, if I don't see the UI images, 9 times out of 10 that you're not going to actually see the cosmetics in the folders either. So, what version of UE does Dead by Daylight use? At the moment, it uses Unreal 4.25. So you're more interested in seeing the map rework? Yeah, I am too. I'll see if I can try to get into one of the new maps, but I can't guarantee that. Yeah, the new menu music? Sure, I'll turn it up a little bit. So I guess while we're listening, we can go ahead and visually see what the new killer looks like. Kind of interesting because it reminds me of like Huntress if like she got Prego and some shit won't happen. She's totally got that like Slavic look about her. I don't know, I'm not really too fond on the way this...
All I want is my bottle liquor and pussy, brother.
Thanks for the subscription. I'm not really fond of the way that this killer looks, only because this looks kind of bland to me. I guess we'll find out how her powers really work, though. At least I'm assuming this is a woman. So a cooperative pair of killers able to divide and hunt together using their power, blood, and bond. Their personal perks, hoarder oppression, and coup de grace allow them to monitor survivors' actions, impede their progress, and hunt more effectively. I'm not going to read their backstory because I know you guys want to see gameplay, so I guess I may as well just start readying up because I'm just waiting longer and longer to get into a match. Customization, pretty basic. Charms, I guess I can add some charms. Let's see. I don't know, fuck it, we'll do that one. think I can level up just enough to have 3 perks. Guess we'll go over the perks before I do that though, right? So Coupe de Grace, as the end nears, you go in for the kill. Each time a generator is completed, Coupe de Grace glows in power, gain a token. Consume 1 token to increase the distance of your next lunge attack by 60%. Oh shit. So you could really just like lunge like hella far. It's like a mini, kind of like a mini blight type move. Hoarder, you protect what little you have and are perspective to those rummaging through your stockpiles. Receive a loud noise notification when survivors interact with a chest or when they pick up an item within 24 meters of your location. The trial begins with up to 2 additional chests in the environment. The rarity of the items found in all chests is decreased. So you get to basically know what they're rummaging through, and the rarity in those chests is pretty decreased. I think this is a really shitty perk though, because 9 times out of 10, I'd say 8 times out of 10, I'm always getting a brown type item anyways, so a really shit tier common item. So oppression, life has been difficult for you, so you'll make it difficult for others. When you damage a generator up to 3 or other random generators also begin regressing. If the affected generators are being repaired, any survivors repairing them receive a difficult skill check. Oppression has a cool. So this is kind of like a overcharge, I'm assuming. So when you damage a generator, up to 3 other random generators also begin regressing. This one could be really, really good. If the affected generators are being repaired, any survivors repairing them receive a difficult skill check. This is like overcharge, but like times 3. that's what I'm getting out of this. So it seems like this is the new overcharge. This could be like the new meta perk, honestly. At least that's what I'm assuming. So I think we're gonna use that one because that seems very useful. Victor Shriek stop when Pounce is fully charged. I don't know what any of these add-ons are gonna do, but fuck it. Guess I can check chat while we're waiting. I thought she was the mom. True. I didn't know that either. I thought it was more of a mom thing, but apparently not. That's kind of what I get out of it. It kind of looks like as if the huntress got like pregnant or some shit. It's so weird. Kind of looks like one of those fucked up babies from Dead Space. What times they're from? I don't know. We might be able to figure that out in the, let me see, in the backstory maybe? I mean, we may as well read the backstory while we're waiting because it doesn't really matter, I guess, at this point. I didn't think about that, so. Let's see. Freddy Coupe de Grace build. Oh yeah, it's gonna be like the new meta for Freddy, isn't it? Ah, Pastel, that's a good thought. Yeah, maybe you can actually lunge through a dead hard, so somebody that dead hards because you have that full lunge and you don't quite get rid of it and you're holding it for quite a long period of time while you're lunging really fast. That could actually be the dead hard killer. You're right. I didn't think about that. Good one. He changed blind screen a little bit. So what you mean is like the blinding effects for people that get blinded. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and look at the backstory here, I guess, while we're waiting for a match. So, backstory. A pair of conjoined twins, Charlotte and Victor Deshays, formed an emotional bond like none other. So yeah, this must be Charlotte and this must be Victor here. The unlikeliness of their successful birth in the 17th century could be described as miraculous. So 17th century, that's where they're from. Yet it immediately brought about their life of prosecution. The twins emerged with Victor's lower body affixed into the chest of his sister, legs twisted around their muscles and organs. He was smaller than Charlotte, grown, so I think they're more like a conjoined twins is what I'm getting out of this. Body affixed into the chest of his sister's leg and organs. He was smaller than Charlotte, grown as if he were an appendage of her body rather than a fully formed boy. As the newborn screeched, so too did the midwife who delivered them, running from the home, yelling of a demon birthed by a witch. So began the hunting of Charlotte, Victor, and their mother, Madeline. I think that's how you say that. The coming years were fleeting memories for the twins, yet they were the closest thing to normal life they would wait, how do you read this? Yet they were the closest thing to a normal life they would know. The journey with their mother was what they believed all children underwent. The games of running and hiding through France's countryside. So that's they're from France, more specifically. Through France's countryside being an ordinary occurrence. At the age of 5, a new challenge to the game was presented as their mother fell ill. Pale and exhausted, Madeline had no choice but to pass responsibility of collecting food onto Charlotte. The girl, burdened under extra clothing that concealed Victor's protruding body, set out from their forest tent and marched to the nearby town. Through a peculiar sight, she did what she had been trained for, waiting for an opening at the market and swiping whatever food she could. It was a victory in the game, but one short-lived. After midnight, glowing flames surrounded the family's encampment, bombing through the darkness. A single commanding shout broke the night silence, and a mob of witch hunters streamed in. Grubby hands tore the twins from their beds, Charlotte frantically kicking all who approached. Madeline cried for her children, her voice abruptly silenced by a club to her skull. Victor screeched, the wailings of a trapped rat. Let's see. The hunters coordinated quickly. A judge on hand declared Madeline guilty of witchcraft, evidenced by her demon spawn. Within minutes, they shackled her unconscious body to a tree, surrounding her feet with dry twigs and moss. As she awoke, she did not struggle, only begged her children to turn away. They would be given no choice. The twins were forced to watch as the torch was lit. And they watched as the flames leapt up their mother's skirt, charring and sizzling her flesh. They watched as fat dripped from her body and her face bubbled and twisted. They watched until the screams that tore her vocal cords were no more, and all that was left was the crackling of embers and nauseating stench. Whatever joy and goodness were in them died with their mother. Caged and transported to an old wooden temple, they were sold to a secretive group clad in dark cloaks. Victor reacted with the ferocity of a rabid beast at any who approached, clawing and biting. The only solace that could claim him was the embrace of his sister. Charlotte, bitter and hateful to all but her brother, found purpose in being his protector. Man, they make these stories long. Within the temple, they were exposed to unusual experiments, some cruel, many simply baffling. One day, they would be made to break the neck of a small gray bird. The next, they would bleed their fingers into a vase of roses. Every 7th day, they would sleep with the branch of a damp oak beneath their pillow. Then there was the chanting, a never-ending chorus from cloaked figures on scheduled intervals. In time, a final experiment was planned. 2 robed figures herded the twins to the center of the temple, holding Charlotte upon an altar in a room lit with candelabras. Candelabras. Never heard that before. The wrinkled face of a man peered from under his hood, placing a hand on the forehead of each twin, making careful examination of their skulls. Memento mori, he uttered, as he withdrew a shining blade. Charlotte rolled to her side, shifting her brother off the altar. With a screech, he stretched his arm as far as he could, knocking a candelabra to the ground. The flames took the dry wood immediately. They swept over the floor, igniting the black robes and that brushed against it. Screams of agony pierced the chaos, invigorating Charlotte. She dashed through the inferno, vision concealed, with nothing but black smoke and blazing flame. A painful heaviness filled her lungs. No exit could be found, every step leading to overwhelming heat. She fell to her knees, suffocating, and then saw it. Sunlight. Trees. She stumbled from the fire into the dewy grass. Without looking back, she ran into the forest until she collapsed. When Charlotte opened her eyes, she reached for Victor's hand. She made no attempt to budge. His body hung helplessly from her torso. She collapsed. His face stared into his sad, still eyes. The movements she was accustomed to, his body pulling at her skin, his legs prodding at the cavity in her chest, were no more. Victor was dead. Charlotte had no choice but to continue moving as she mourned, fearing black cloaks and witch hunters were prowling. She concealed her brother's corpse under her clothing and marched for the sewers of a nearby city. There she set up camp, emerging often to steal whatever food she could, resorting to raiding barns for pig slop when desperation set in. Throughout the years, Victor's corpse rotted as his limbs oozed and blackened. She literally has this kid. It's like rotting inside her. That's funny. But like morbid. Throughout the years, Victor's corpse rotted as his limbs oozed and blackened, yet his body demonstrated resistance to complete decomposition. As if his sister's blood still coursed through him, protecting his lifeless body became Charlotte's sole reason for being. Refusing to ever be separated from the only family she had left, life into her teenage years was a game of survival. Her hatred for humanity grew each day under the realization they would never leave her be. No matter how many died during her botched robberies and desperate attempts to escape, there would always be more to pursue, and slang words of condemnation at her monster demon witch. And it was the Black Cloaks who were the worst of them, their hunt for her unending, forcing her to constantly abandon shelter and run. Oof, man, these are long. And I'm still waiting for a match. For years, Charlotte fled, drawing blood out of necessity, cradling her long-dead brother in the night during a frigid winter. Her body began to break down, food was scarce, and the refuge of rickety shacks were no use against freezing temperatures. Sickle in hand, she sheltered near her campfire in the woods, not knowing if the Black Cloaks would take her before the cold did. As frost crystallized around her nostrils and her lips took on a gentle blue hue, Charlotte felt something she had never experienced: acceptance. She closed her eyes, opening herself to the serenity of death, when a shriek, shrill and vicious, pierced her ears. Victor spasmed and flailed from her chest, a cloud of fog encompassing him. Before she could react, he spilled from her in a body. Before she could act, he spilled from her in a bloody puddle, landing on the snow and running. Pulling herself from the edge of death, she gave chase. Calling his name, she ran through the forest until her legs could hardly carry her, until finally, within her view, was Victor, sitting at the edge of the thick fog. His face, twisted and feral, screamed as a dark hooded figure emerged from the fog, grabbing his arm and seized him. The serenity that had crept into Charlotte was extinguished, replaced with the seething... Damn! I was just about to finish that. Hold on, I'm just about to finish that. I waited this long. I must finish that. The serenity that had crept into Charlotte was extinguished, replaced with the seething hatred and rage she had depended on for so long. With a tight grip on her sickle, she charged into the fog, prepared to eviscerate any who set foot into near her brother. God, that was a mouthful. Holy shit. Well, there you have it. So, that was long as shit. I lost like probably 20 people reading that. Oh, shit. The killer sort of reminds me of the movie Basket Case. Never seen it. What's that about? I'm guessing you saw the killer count for the cause. Killer count Oh, I'm guessing you saw the kill count for that, because this also gives me basket case vibes. Wait, James did a kill count on basket case. You're talking about that guy that does kill counts on, like, horror movies. I know what you're talking about. You were invested in that story? I don't know. Most stories, for most killers and survivors, are kind of uninteresting. Somewhat. Depends on whose story it really is. I guess they're really, I guess, thought out in terms of the information, because they're hella long, or at least they've gotten a hell of a lot longer in anyway. But anyways, guys, I hate to cut it out, cut it short. I'm gonna try my best to play as this new killer, because I don't know how he plays, so I'm gonna do probably pretty trash. Or I may not even play the game serious, just to get familiar with the powers. But this probably will be my only game that I play, because I have a lot to work to do ahead of me today. I got a quiz, I got like a bunch of shit today, so unfortunately we didn't get one of the new maps, so whatever though. Okay, so how does this work? Okay, so he's in my chest right now. Yo, that's cool. Do I get to control him forever? That's pretty funny. Yo, she's blinding me, but it's not working. Yo, she kicked him. Oh my god, she kicked my baby. Well, it's not really my baby, it's my twin, but... Wait. What the hell? What does that do? I don't know what that did to her. Attacked her? And I can't summon him again. I don't know why I can't summon him again. Oh crap. I closed off my phone so I can't see you guys. What does the power do? She can throw her brother and control him. Well, I can't throw my brother again. I don't know why. It's like he's completely gone now. Oh wait, where's he at? Is he... I think he's on somebody. I think it's the person up there. Or is it... No, it's not her. Is it her? Oh, it was her. Okay. So now I can get my brother back. I don't know, I think it gives me the heartbeat. I didn't even check the power. I probably should have done that to actually get more familiar with it, but... Control... That's pretty funny. Kick him! Kick him! Oh, that's all it does. So I guess, yeah, I think you're right. So it basically... Let me turn down the volume. It's still too loud. There we go. So I guess you're right. What it does is it makes... It's kind of like wiggling, sort of. Like how the killer... how you can kind of control the killer's movement a little bit when you wiggle. It's kind of like the same thing, is what I'm assuming. It's very similar in that regard. Kind of sucks that you can't actually control the survivor, though. That would be kind of cool. A cool little thing where you can, like, start dropping pallets and wasting all their resources. Although she has pretty good functionality, though. I mean, Nia's just... Ah, you fucking dead hard. God damn it. That's why I hate dead hard. I would have had her. I'm kind of curious what this... Damn it, get off it. I'm curious what this perk does, though. So I guess it regresses other generators that are in the vicinity. I don't know. Let's see. She can throw it. Any info of the survivor perks? I'm going to cover those very briefly after this game. This game is so fast-paced today that I think the control and other character mechanic is kind of bad. True. I guess that you do have a point. I like it. It's kind of a neat little design, I guess. Wait, oh, okay, she's healing. It's kind of funny though. I like it when they kicked him. That was pretty funny. The original Survivor backgrounds were barely like 3 paragraphs. Really? Short story, I guess. I think he latches onto someone and reveals close survivors. Yeah, I think that's probably... Yeah, I think you have a point. Let me see. Because I've been noticing I'm getting heartbeats. Wait, what the hell? Oh, I downed her. What the hell? Where did I go? Just kicked me and I just went sliding back into, like, the abdomen. So you can kick me? Kick me. Damn it, too bad I can't communicate with him. I want somebody to kick me. That's so funny. Kind of reminds me of Evil Dead Redemption. I think that's the game where you could control like this little guy as Ash. It's like half dead looking guy. Yeah, it seems like it does injure them. And I think I can actually down them if they're already injured. Okay, so I'm just going to let them finish this game for the most part. I've kind of gotten familiar with the power already. How far away can he move from you? Good point. I'll try that right now. Well, you can bounce pretty far. Although it gives you a hard cooldown. Yo, can I bounce way over there? Oh, no, I can't. So I'm assuming I can go pretty far, actually. Yeah, you can pretty much use up the whole map. It doesn't have like... Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. I can actually... Can't break down anything, but I can... Can I leap through walls or windows? Holy shit, I can leap through windows. Can't break anything though. Can't jump over those. Can I land on buildings with this? Shit, I need to start from like... Oh crap, I can actually get on buildings. Aw. So there is a cooldown, I think, for him though. So I got kicked out. I'm gonna have them finish generators while I'm just fucking with this, because this is actually pretty interesting. So I can actually jump. Let me try that again. I can actually jump onto buildings, I think. And you can actually set them around the map. You can set them, like if I put them on one side of the map, or what the hell. Okay, so I think it kills them if you actually get into a high location that you're not supposed to be. Because that's what I'm getting out of that, because it keeps killing me when I get up on there. So let me try, here, let's try using this part of the roof here. So if I go up here, and then let's try... There we go. I'm up on the roof. Yeah, So it pretty much kills your brother if you go up on a roof. You can't go up there for very long. That kind of sucks, because just to kind of fuck around, you know, get to see the map. But I think it's to keep people from going out of bounds, I guess. So. But anyways, guys, after so when they finish this game up, I'm basically going to be stopping the stream because I got a lot of work that I got to do. For those of you that have tuned in, I appreciate it. I just wanted to at least cover the new content while I could for what little time that I had. So I appreciate people coming out. If you want to see more of the new killer content stuff, you got people like Polyester, other YouTubers out there, Monto. It's just I don't really have time to play this for very long. I'm gonna get you. Got him. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna cover the new Survivor. It's like a turret, or I think you mean turret that you can leave on gens. I think I could jump on a gen. I don't think it'll kick me. Let's try that. I don't think I'll be able to. I can't even do a basic attack at all, as in I can only pounce. Hey, you got my toolbox. That's my toolbox. That's gonna be so hard to like pounce though. You gotta like time it just right. They should make her go into a frenzy though if like if they kick you, like kick your brother, because it says that she doesn't like the fact that people fuck with them. So yeah, see, I downed her right there by just pouncing on her. What about dropping pallets? I can't drop pallets as him. Or going over him, I guess is what you mean. Go to those physics. Oh, it kills you, if that's what you mean. Yeah, it kills you if they drop a pallet on it. Anywho, I may have to actually cut this like right now because I really need to get started on my stuff because these guys aren't going to finish this damn gen. Actually, maybe if I point them to doing it. Alright, now they're working on a gen. Because I really need to get going right now, so. I feel like that could have its moments. What about overdrop pellets? In terms of like if I got hit by it. Or, well, what happened earlier anyway. See if I can jump onto that pallet while they work, or, hold on. Jump onto the, gen. It just kills me even if I get onto, like, anything. It's, like, dumb. Alright, now let's just go ahead and activate a gate, because they're going to take forever. Alright, let's do this. Get out of here. I got things I gotta do. Maybe I can. There we go. I can't leave. Wait, what if I... Ah, she should have left. I was curious to see what would happen if she left with him on it. Oh, he's going all over the place. It's not even on her. Funny. I mean, that's pretty much the new content in a nutshell, or at least the new killer. It's kind of an interesting power, I guess. Oh, it blocks the gate if he's... No? Or no, that's just blocking the gate because I'm near. I'm stupid. I was thinking it was blocking the gate for him if any of them are attacked by Victor. Oh, you guys need to leave so I can get out of here. Leave, damn it. Leave. Leave, please, leave. Leave. Alright, fine. I was gonna put Victor on her, but... Where the fuck's Victor at? Oh, it's probably because I was using him, maybe. Fun stuff. Sucks I can't climb on anything. Sad face. Said, yeah, funny, that's when you kick Victor. I think that's probably the funniest part about this killer. Anywho, I can't talk with them long. I gotta get going. Anyways, again, I want to thank you guys for stopping by the stream for what little time I really had today. I won't really be able to do a whole lot until after my exams, my finals next month. So I have about a month left of school. I want to try to do as fucking great as I can on these last few exams because I'm really struggling right now with this class in particular. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm going to try to get back into it at the end of this semester, if the world hasn't gone to shit by then. So yeah, hopefully you guys have a good one, and I will see you in the next stream. I'll see if I can try to make time when this comes out to stable, if I have time, but I'll have more time once the semester ends, is basically what I'm getting at.